and welcome to my Java programming tutorial. In this video we will talk about inheritance, which is chapter 9 in building Java programs. So if you are in Java 1, you can skip this video. You don't have to watch right now. This is for Java 2 students. Let's get started. The software crisis. First of all, let's get started with when you are working in a software company, how things you have to figure out, like when you are working on a large scale project, what are the issues you can face. So these are just couple of issues which are listed, like getting many programmers to work together, getting code finished on time, avoiding redundant code, finding and fixing bugs, maintaining, improving and reusing existing code. So when you are working on large scale projects, like for big companies or even for small companies, you are not working alone on one software. There is a team of 5 to 6 people who are working on one software. When you are working, you face a lot of issues because maybe some of you are working remotely from home or located at different locations. It's really hard for many programmers to work together. You have so many issues, which couple of them are listed over here. So let's get started. Take an example of a company. So we will be working for a company and we will be creating a software in which some common rules for every company, whether it's a college, hospital, or a big business company, anything like this, where you have to find out the hours, you have vacation days, you have some benefits. These are some basic rules which every employee get. So all employees attend a common orientation to learn general company rules. Each employee receives 20-page manual of common rules, right? So this is what we have. This is our hierarchical picture, and we will follow this rule and we will be working on just simple, like it's going to be a very simple basic code to understand the concept of inheritance. We have a journal employee category over here. Then we have a lawyer, secretary, marketer, and legal secretary comes under the secretary section. As you can see, when you create this hierarchical picture, this basically creates a parent-child relationship. Subdivision has some specific rules. So these are the subdivision, and this is a bigger division. Like employee is kind of a journal category where employee manual is like 20-page manual, in which if I'm hired as a lawyer for that company, I have to read, like for lawyer, in that 20-page manual I only have like 2 pages to read, because those 2 pages only concern about the lawyer. Rest of them are, this is how they are distributed. So let's move forward. So first of all, what we will do is we will separate the behavior. Separating behavior means like we will create separate classes, separate category for all of these different things. The advantage of creating separate behavior or separate classes is the maintenance. First of all, for example, if there is one change, one rule, maybe someone got promoted, maybe one of the secretaries, they have some other rules which have been added to the company, it's easy to maintain. You just have to go and just find and just update one of the things. You don't have to update the whole system. Then we have locality. It's easy to find, easy to discover where all the rules are mentioned for the lawyers. Call this is a relationship, a hierarchical connection where one category can be treated as a specialized category, and then you have subcategories. So every marketer is an employee, every legal secretary is an employee. Everyone makes separate, like if you can see, every employee is supposed to give 40,000, but we have legal secretaries who are making 5,000 extra per year. We have marketers who are making 10,000 extra per year. So same as like college, where you have like president who is paid separately. We have vice president, full-time faculty are paid like separately. They have like, everyone have their separate category to a same company, I would say. Then we have every employee has 2 weeks of paid vacation leave per year, except lawyers who get an extra week, which is total of 3 weeks. Now we have another rule where we have employees should use a yellow form to apply for leave, except for lawyers who use a pink form. Now these are some unique behavior who are listed. So this is kind of a list given to us. These are the employee regulation. We will assume that there was a client and we are the programmers. So client has came to us with these number of regulations that this is how you have to create a software. So these are some basic rules. Again, we will be creating a very basic software. Let's jump on to Eclipse, and I will click on my package explorer, and what I will do is, first of all, I will create a class, journal class will be employee. Remember from the hierarchical picture, we will create the journal category, and from the manual, given manual, most of the thing goes to the employee. Let's jump on to our conditions. We have employee works 40 hours per week. So let's take a look. 40 hours per week, we have this employee class. So no main method, as this will be your programmer class. It will return int and get hours. Is we will return every employee works per week, so we are returning 40. Then we have another method. We will say double get salary 40,000.0, like this. Okay, and let's jump back to our PowerPoint slides and see. So we have deal with employee work 40 hours per week, and we have wrote a method. Then we have employee makes 40,000 per year, which is legal secretaries who are making 5,000 extra, and we have marketers who are making 10,000 extra. Every employee will get 2 weeks of paid vacation leave per year except lawyers. Let's jump on to Eclipse again. Every employee is getting 2 weeks of paid vacation. Int get vacation and get vacation return 2 weeks of paid vacation will return 10. Every employee gets 2 weeks of paid vacation. Employee should use a yellow form for leave except for lawyers who use a pink form. So let's jump back to Eclipse. We are using public, so return type will be string as we are returning get vacation form, and we will say return double quotation marks. We are using yellow form because this category, this class is for journal employee class, and these are the methods which goes to every employee who are working for this company. Now let's take a look. I think we have completed all of the statements. Now these are some unique behavior for rest of the classes. So let's create a class for the lawyer. Let's jump back to Eclipse. We are creating a class for lawyer. We will go in the same, say class, and our class name will be lawyer. Let's take a look. Do we have to write all of the methods we have written, like get vacation? Lawyers are also getting the vacation, they are getting extra days of vacation. Then vacation form, then we have salary, we have hours. Do you want to copy and paste the whole thing, like paste and change the values, right? But what we will do is, here comes the inheritance. What inheritance does, it remove the redundant part. So instead of doing a copy paste, what we will do is we will just use a keyword extends. This represent inheritance, that this is just like a normal in normal life. You have the word inheritance, inherit, you are inheriting from your ancestors, right? So same goes over here, employee. So now lawyer becomes a child of employee. So just like from normal life, you have the ancestors. So what they do is, like, you are inheriting most of the stuff from your parents, grandparents. So same goes over here. Now if you want to do anything with the lawyer, you're like, hey lawyer, print vacation form, get the vacation form. Lawyer have access to all the methods written in the employee class by just writing one extend keyword, and this comes with the S, extends. This means they have inheritance, and whenever you see extend keyword, this represents inheritance. Inheritance, inherit, and you are inheriting most of the stuff from this employee class. So same goes, let's create rest of our classes, and what we will do is you just have to, those classes will be empty as long you are not changing the values, which I will explain in a bit. Let's create marketers, also extends employee, because marketers are also inheriting most of the methods from the employee class. Again, another class name secretary, and extends employee, and I think we are left with the last one, which is legal secretary, and that legal secretary class will extend, can you guess? Yes, it will extend the secretary class. Just recall your hierarchical picture from this slide: employee, lawyer, secretary, and marketers. So now they are parent and child. So employee is the parent of lawyer, secretary, and marketer, and legal secretary parent is the secretary, and secretary is inheriting most of the methods from employee. So as you can see, if you ask, like, if the method in legal secretary is asking from secretary, and secretary doesn't have that method, just like right now secretary class is blank, it's empty. So this is your secretary class. So if legal secretary is asking for get salary method, secretary class don't have that get salary method, but secretary extends employee, so secretary will go to employee class asking for the get salary method. So this is how it works. If some class who is a child who is asking for a method, if that class doesn't have it and the parent have it, you will get that method from the parent. So compiler is getting that method from the parent. So we have we have created our employee class. We have lawyer, marketer, secretary, and legal secretary. We have created inheritance between them by using the extend keyword. Jumping back to my slide, what we have is marketers are making 10,000 extra and legal secretaries are making 5,000 extra. So let's jump back to the marketers class. Now they are making 10,000 extra. Like if I want to print marketer will only give me, like if I say, hey marketer, what's your salary? Marketer will get it from employee and it will make 40,000. How to make that change? Copy this method, go to marketers and paste. This is that simple. What you will do is, instead of 40,000, they were making 10,000 extra, it will be 50,000. So this process is known as method overriding. Method overriding is you are overriding the method which already exists in the parent class. So you have to make sure the return type is same. You have to make sure the method name is exactly the same. That's why I copy and paste it, so that just to avoid any spelling mistake or any errors. So what you do is you just change the value. That's it. Just like I just changed from 4 to 5. This is how you do method overriding. Now we have to go to okay, one thing, secretaries are making the same as normal employee. Only legal secretary class is making extra. So control V, it will be they were making 5,000 extra. The same goes for the lawyer who were making extra week of paid vacation. So they are, when you go back, go to your lawyer class and what employee, let's go to employee class and then copy and paste these things. So lawyer is making a two change, like two methods are changed. So first of all, get vacation, they are getting extra week, it will be 15. Then we have get vacation form, yellow, and I think lawyer was using pink form to get the vacation, and there's a spelling mistake in my vacation form. Okay, so with 15, if some of you who are wondering like why it was 2 weeks of paid vacation was 10, so it was 2 weeks, so it's not counting the weekends. So 5 days in a week, and that's how we are getting 2 weeks as 10, and for 3 weeks we are returning 15. This is for the extend keyword, and this is how your inheritance work. And the process, what we are doing over here right now is method overriding. Method overriding is you override the method which already exists in your parent class. So you are writing the same method and you are returning a different value. Let's test our code by how to test the software, what you have, just a teeny tiny software which you have created by creating your client class. So we will create another class name as client. Okay, so client class already exists. Let's say employee client. And in this class, you will write your main method, which will be public static void main. You are writing string, square brackets, arguments, and what we will do is how to test the class. First of all, let's test our simple employee class. You will create an object of that employee. Let's say emp equals to new employee and open close parenthesis and semicolon. Let's create another object of marketers, and let's say marketer John equals to new marketer. You have to make sure the spellings are same as you have created the classes. And let's test lawyer as well. Lawyer Lisa equals to new lawyer and semicolon. So how you can test your classes is by system.out.println, and I will say that let's test emp. I will call the object, hey employee, general employee, what's your salary, get me your salary. Same method I will use for marketers, because marketers are making something extra, right? So both of the salaries must be different. And control V now, and one more thing, control V, what I will do is get salary employee and then from Lisa. I will say, hey Lisa dot get me the hours. So as you can see in lawyers class, as Lisa is a lawyer, if you go in lawyer, there is no get hours method in your lawyer class. So let's see if our inheritance work. Let's run our code, and this is the output. So get salary for, okay, I forgot to change EMP to John. You have to change it to John to see a different salary for the marketer. So marketers are making 50,000, journal employees making 40,000, and as you can see in the lawyer, there was no get hours method, but it's printing 40. It's retrieving the data from the employee class. And you can test something else, but you can create object of secretary as well, legal secretary as well, and test all the different methods, and even call the method which don't exist in the legal secretary or secretary class, because they will get it from the employee class. So let's just say, hey Lisa dot get vacation form. So yeah, it's printing pink. So that's it for this video. In this video I have just covered how the inheritance work and how you are creating separate classes and testing those classes, and how method overriding works. Switch to the next video. Do watch the next video and we will continue with the same example. Thank you. Bye bye.